Good morning and welcome to TJ Speaks. I am your host, TJ, and today's topic we are going to be discussing citizenship and how it relates to what's going on in America today with the migrant crisis. Recently, I came across a clip where a black citizen in Chicago mentioned about being outnumbered in their community. And the point of all of this illegal migration was to outnumber the citizens of tomorrow, the black citizens of tomorrow, to nullify their vote. So I wanted to dive into this topic because this topic is at the heart of, and the topic is birthright citizenship, is at the heart of this racist agenda that's going on with all of this illegal migration sanctioned by the US government. So let's talk about it. One of the things I wanted to mention today was the fact that soil citizenship never existed in America. Okay. I know a lot of people here, these phony racists, in my opinion, professors at these elite universities will say that somehow the European law translated to America. And that fact has never been true. It has never been true that America had soil attached citizenship. And I'm going to tell you why. And the main reason why America never had soil citizenship is because America, unlike Europe, America had slaves. And America knew, and most of our founding fathers were lawyers. So America knew they did not want the children of the slaves to have rights. So that is why America purposely and intentionally did not establish ever soil related citizenship. Citizenship in America has always been attached to whether or not your parents were citizens. That is the only way you can gain citizenship or you can get naturalized. If you're an immigrant family, your entire family is naturalized as U.S. citizens together. There is no such thing as you show up from a faraway place, no one knows you, no one has ever seen you before, you never applied for citizenship, you never even applied to come here legally, and you obtain citizenship for your child. And the reason why that was is because America had slavery. Slavery existed in America, not Europe. So these founding fathers knew they did not want the children of slaves to be considered U.S. citizens. Okay? And so that leads me to the second part. I'm going to talk about slavery ending didn't mean or doesn't mean citizenship for the planet. So all of this is related. Just like today we see this, sanctuary city policies turn into free welfare for illegal immigrants. People that's in the government, that's in power, like to misinterpret the laws or purposely omit certain facts when they enact certain actions or policy. Sanctuary City, as we know, never mentioned anything about paying for welfare, but somehow that's translated to the mayors of sanctuary cities that they have to take the funds from mostly poor or black communities and give it to illegal persons, people that's here in America illegally, forcing the black people or the poor citizens of multiple ethnic backgrounds, force them to pay for an illegal action. So let's just be clear, as a descendant of some American slaves, I wanted to be clear to the world that slavery ending, my family's emancipation, does not mean citizenship for the planet. If you want to become a U.S. citizen, more power to you, but you have to follow the rules of law according to Immigration and Naturalization Act. And please don't try to attach yourself to slavery when you did not endure the pain of slavery and the repercussions of slavery. Immigrants have a pathway and they must follow that pathway. And stop talking about and mentioning my parents' slavery that you did not experience yourself and nor did your family experience. And so I mentioned this, and I want to quickly touch on my third point, which is states are intentionally omitting the parent citizenship status. If you notice a pattern in all 50 states with increasing all of this illegal immigration, somehow it does not trigger, well, maybe we need to document the illegal immigrant parents had given birth. And I've noticed this omission of the facts is wrong and it's actually fraudulent on behalf of the states to pretend that everyone in your state giving birth is a citizen. That's not true. And we all know it's not true. We know that we have a significant illegal immigrant population in America. But the question is, why isn't the state governors documenting who's giving birth to whom? Maybe it's because the states know if they documented that illegal immigrants are giving birth in their state, they will not receive citizenship for that baby. So this is a crime of omission. If American state governors were so confident that illegal immigrants were giving birth to citizens, then write it down, document it. The fact that for 50 to 60 years, none of the states are documenting that these children are being born to illegal people or people that's not American citizens, people here on a tourist visa. The state it is not it is not by mistake that these state governors just happen to not document that. They document everything else. Everything else gets documented. But that But the fact that that child is born to a non citizen, that's never written down on the birth certificate, which is very interesting because these people claim that the 14th Amendment was for everybody, then write it down. Write down who their citizen, who their parents are. Are they a U.S. citizen? That's omitted on purpose. And then lastly, I'm going to speak on the fact that the laws are being misinterpreted on purpose. Misinterpreting the laws are, are weaponized in sanctuary cities. Against, and I'm going to speak because I am a Black American, I have to speak up for my community. It's against the Black Americans because for some reason these people are not satisfied with the ethnic background or the race of their citizenship. So they decided to tip the scales in favor of illegal white Hispanic immigrants, white migrants, shall I say. Immigrants is an honorable position because you applied to become an immigrant to America. You stated your intention, you did things legally. So I don't like to use the word immigrants. I like the word migrants, illegal migrants. They try to tip the scales on the favor of illegal migrants. So it's a bunch of things that they're doing. They're forcing the Black citizens and other citizens of that city to pay and finance an illegal migrant lifestyle. And secondly, they are making sure they omit the fact that the children born to the illegal migrant is in fact born to an illegal migrant and not American citizen. So what happens when they omit this? The illegal migrants goes down to the State Department or the post office to collect an American passport. The only way they are collecting an American passport is because no one wrote down that they are, in fact, illegally present in America. No one documented from the state that these parents are not of American nationality. Okay, so this is a pervasive and destructive action that's going on in America today. It's a violation of all of our civil rights. And it's going to be the demise. It's going to lead to the demise of America. We are living in a lawless state of America at this particular time. And I wanted to lastly touch on the fact that, everyone wants you to believe and want me to believe that there is a such thing as regardless of citizenship. That is completely false. In fact, the law states today that if you're an American citizen, it does not matter if you give birth in America or if you give birth in, say, Dominican Republic. Your baby, you can give, as an American citizen, you can give birth in Japan. The child born to an American citizen is considered an American citizen around the world and in these United States. You simply, as an American citizen, come back with your child's birth certificate that was born overseas, abroad, and you notify the government, the U.S. government, that you gave birth abroad. And the U.S. government will document that you gave birth abroad and document that your child is indeed a U.S. citizen because you are a U.S. citizen. Now, on the other hand, an illegal migrant can, if they give birth in Japan, their children are not considered American, nor will it be considered Japanese. Their baby will be considered whatever the parent is. And that's not far fetched. That's not cruel. That's not mean. That's not wrong. Okay? So if an American citizen can give birth in Japan and that child is considered American, an illegal immigrant can give birth in Japan, or sorry, illegal migrant can give birth in Japan, that baby is not considered American. So that is why, therefore, this misinterpretation of the 14th Amendment and birthright citizenship is absolutely outdated and it makes no sense. It is not logical and is not based on fact and it's not based on law. It is based on a globalist agenda, an agenda to outnumber the citizens of these United States because the people that's in power do not like, for whatever reason, they don't like the American citizens. So they have decided they're going to replace you, but illegally. Everything they do turns out to be illegal in the very end. So that being said, there is hope, but we do have to right this ship and we do have to lay down the law and the facts because this misinterpretation has been spread around the world. And we have people that's here that truly believe they're American, but they're not. And they truly believe that, you could break into a country and collect citizenship, which is insane. And the only way to move forward is to get everyone on the same page and understand right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's it. That's today's show. So, regardless of where an American person, American citizen, gives birth, your child is an American citizen. All right? You can have a baby in America. You can have a baby in Japan. You can have a baby in France. You can have a baby in Switzerland. Your child is an American citizen by law, according to the Immigration and Naturalization Act. Not, no, excuse me, according to the U.S. Constitution. Okay? Immigration and Naturalization Act is for immigrants. But according to the U.S. Constitution, your child is an American citizen. You do not have to give birth on some soil. America has never established that. America has never explicitly said they are going to grant citizenship to any and everybody that gives birth on our soil. America has never explicitly said that. Slavery has nothing to do with what is happening with these illegal migrants and what is happening in these sanctuary cities. Slavery has nothing to do with that. So a lot of people try to attach themselves and their story to slavery, but slavery and what's happening with these illegal migrants are two completely different scenarios, two different stories. And so I'll leave you there with that and have a good rest of your day. Take care.